Guys, I am absolutely pissed at EA, at Madden, at the BS that just continues to happen with this game. I've been telling you guys for the longest time when I make my slider videos, my franchise setting videos, to use an offline franchise because there's no benefit to going online other than the start today feature, which again, I don't know why we need to be online for that. NBA 2K offers a start today that you don't need to be online for. So is it really just EA pushing you to be on online franchise, which, okay, you want to push people to be in an online franchise? Well, I don't know. How about you get your shit to work? How about that? If we're going to force people. So I run a 32 team league online franchise. This is an owner mode franchise. We don't play the games user versus user in that sense. We are literally role playing, acting like owners or head coaches since they took out owners mode. Thank you. That's what we all wanted. And we watch the games slow sim style. We watch our team that we are building play on the field and pretend to be owners, yada, yada, yada. And it's actually a lot of fun to play the game that way outside of the normal ways of playing the game. And when you make it several years and you get to see your team involved as you've put it together, you've run the show against other users, it's pretty fun. But this, of course, has to be done in an online franchise. And I had a game breaking issue that has completely destroyed my franchise experience, and I want to save you for it. Apparently, and I have clips for this, so I'm going to break this all down, but apparently, if you are in an online franchise, whether you're playing solo or with somebody else, do not edit players. Don't do it. Gear, nothing. Because at any given time, the EA server is just going to be like, screw you, we're not going to work, and delete everything about your player. This is on top of a franchise mode that released with the trait issues with edges, which they have fixed, but has EA addressed the facts that traits do not get added to players as you go through franchise? So whatever a player has for traits in the roster is how they'll finish 10 years down the line. So if a player comes in as a 78 overall with one or two traits and they end up working their way up to a 95 overall, they don't gain any traits to make them stand out. No! Why would traits be added and taken away in franchise mode? They do it for abilities, but not traits. We got superstar, we got breakouts that when you turn it off, they still trigger and you still have to do breakout scenarios even if you turned them off. We got the whole IR issue that everyone knows about. Wear and tear has been missing from franchise. They dropped a huge article in the dev diary about wear and tear makes its way to Madden in franchise, yet the shit's not in franchise anywhere where we can customize it. Deal with all that. But when you are in a franchise mode and you just simply want to edit a player, in my example, I wanted to change his pads. Watch what happens, you guys. So I'm in my online league franchise, and I have an upgrade for my middle linebacker that I am just super pumped about. Give him the reins to my defense, and I got an upgrade for him. I get to upgrade him to a 71, but I want you to take a quick note of something. Look in the top right corner. He's only 70 overall, but he's playing up a +3 right now because he's been playing for pretty well. And I'm going to go ahead and upgrade him. And then I decide, you know what? I had given him the extra large shoulder pads, and I felt like they were a little too big watching him play. And I wanted to just shrink the pads down a little bit. So after I upgrade him, I went to go change his pads. Okay, so I finally decide which one I'm going to upgrade him on, and you can see he's now playing up to a 74, and I instantly go in to edit him, and it says this player cannot be edited. Don't know why. Back out. You guys get to relive this nightmare with me, y'all. This is unbelievable. So then I go back in and I scroll to where he was at, and he's right there. No issues at this point. Troy Anderson, no issues at this point. And I go all the way down, and I hit edit player. And this is where things kind of get funky. He loads in, but he's not in his gear. And I'm like, okay, this is weird. And nothing else is there for him. Nothing at all. So anyway, I edited his gear. It was still letting me see his gear. And I just go through the process thinking, oh, this is just a weird glitch. No big deal. I can still go and give him the smaller pads, which is exactly what I do. He was on XL. And I decide, I think I'm going to give him the medium. I kind of look back and forth between L and medium. Large and medium, I go medium. And I back out. And I'm like, all right, we're going to save changes. Boom, let's back out. That's all I did. Didn't touch anything else. He is gone. He is gone. I am freaking out. Where the hell is my player? So after about 5 minutes of panic searching, which I cut out of this video for you guys, a person in Discord told me, hey, go look at your quarterbacks on your roster. You'll see a player who is going to be ranked 12 overall. That's him. And sure as shit, what do you know? I go, there is Troy Anderson, except he doesn't have a name. His height's wrong. His weight's wrong. He doesn't have a number. He doesn't have any attributes. He doesn't have any contract. He doesn't have any stats from his career. His college isn't correct. Everything completely wiped because I went to edit his pads. If I hadn't paid $35 for a membership to Neon Sports, which links up your EA Sports account and brings in all of your league information into an app that allows you to manage your whole league, it's fantastic. For what I'm doing here, it's super cool. I've made posts on X about it. It's fantastic. If I hadn't done that, everything that I knew about Troy Anderson would be lost. Luckily, I was able to go in and pull his ratings in pre the upgrade you just saw me do because I hadn't updated the app since then. So I was able to pull his attributes in from when he was a 70 overall. And I gave him the attributes upgrade that he got to go to a 71, bringing him back to a 71 overall. However, there's still a problem. Even though I was able to put his attributes back to 71 overall, even though I was able to put his age back to 26 overall, even though I was able to put his contract back to what it was supposed to be, his height, his weight, his college, guess what? The game still thinks he's a rookie. He's lost all his stats. Oh, and by the way, even though he was playing a +3 previously, up to a 74 overall, balling out for me, which is what I needed for him to do for me in the league. Oh no, now he's playing -2 for morale, no idea why, down to a 69 overall. This is not isolated to an online league with other people. This could happen to you in an online league, period. And if you didn't have a connection to Neon Sports like I did, you would have had no way of getting those player ratings back. Imagine this wasn't year one like I'm in. Imagine this wasn't a real player in year one like I'm in. Imagine you were in year 3 or year 4 and this was a drafted player and the ratings and everything from that player were gone in an instant because you wanted to change their gear. This is the freaking shit that EA continues to do and gives to us. And I am so sick of it. Instead of giving us all these back of the box features that are horribly implemented and aren't working properly year over year over year, just give us a game that functions how it's supposed to, man. Franchise mode released in utter shambles this year. The bugs and glitches in this game have been the worst on a Madden release that I can remember. I am pissed, y'all. Do not use Madden 26 franchise online mode. Stay offline. Protect yourselves. Peace.